Todd Bosley's world famous YouTube channel. Did you know that I bonds are paying 9.62% until October 28th, 2022? After that, the rate goes to 6.48% for the next 6 months. If you're eager to secure 9.62% annual interest for Series I bonds for the next 6 months, the deadline is quickly approaching. You must purchase I bonds and receive your confirmation email by October 28th to lock in the record 9.62% rate. The rate's expected to drop roughly to 6.48% in November based on inflation experts predict. So here we go. If you want to get 9.62% on bonds, I bonds, which I've owned for years, I love them. However, there have been a lot of years that because of the way the economy has been, there hasn't been a lot of inflation. They haven't really paid that great. But now, because of the inflation and everything that's going on, they're actually paying you to be a saver. So here we go. The rate is expected to drop roughly 6.4 to 48% in November based on the latest inflation data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. While I bond rates shift twice yearly based on inflation, you can still lock in the 9.62% annual interest rate for 6 months as long as you complete your purchase by October 28th. The 6 months after you purchase date, you'll earn roughly 6.48% for another 6 months. Now, if you think about that, 9.62 and then 4 or 6.48, that's a lot of money. So that's better interest rates than we've seen. I know in my online savings accounts, which are your best option if you just want an FDIC insured rate. I mean, you're lucky now, even now, if you can get 2.5%, and most of the time you're lucky if you can crack 2%, based on what I know. So here's what's important. There are two parts to an I bond. A fixed rate, which stays the same after the purchase, and then a variable rate. And that variable rate is what really matters, and that's what shifts twice per year based on inflation. The U.S. Department of Treasury announces new rates every May and November. You can estimate the next variable rate about 2 weeks before the Consumer Price Index report is released in April and October. The estimates offer a brief period to roughly know what you'll earn for 1 year, which is how long you'll lose access to funds after buying. So there is a period of time after you buy the I bond that you have to wait until you cash it in. And we'll get into that in a few minutes. It's nice to know what interest rates you'll get when you're committing to a 12-month lockup, said Jeremy Keel, certified financial planner with Keel Financial Partners in Milwaukee. While it's too early to estimate rates for May of 2023, buying I bonds before the end of October means you'll receive the May and November rates for 6 months each. He's short-term investors, somebody just wanting to put cash away should definitely consider to buy in October, he said. However, if you're trying to secure the 9.62 rate before November, Ina suggests making the purchase no later than a few business days before the end of October. Here are the downsides of buying I bonds. While roughly knowing I bond rates for 1 year may be appealing, there are a few things to consider before buying, experts say. The biggest downside is you are locked in for 12 months, Keel said. You cannot take it out for any reason. And you'll give up 3 months interest by cashing it in before 5 years. And that is a big problem, believe me. I have been an I bond buyer for quite a while. I like I bonds, but as I said earlier, they haven't paid a whole lot over the last 7 years. It's just within the last year or so that they actually became very valuable. And I've been earning some money on the ones that I've had for a while. And he goes on to say, still, I bonds may be worth considering for a portion of your emergency savings as long as there's other cash readily available for unexpected costs, he said. And if you're expecting college tuition bills in 2024, Keel said it's a great time to secure guaranteed interest for 1 year, which is tax-free and qualified education expenses. So just remember, though, if you cash it in before 5 years, you're going to lose 3 months of interest. But at these interest rates, who cares? I mean, it's still a really great deal. Check out iBonds. It supports our country. It's a good thing. Although interest or inflation, getting interest from inflation is maybe not the greatest thing that's ever happened to our country. But at least while it's going on, and they're printing money while it's going out of style, like it's going out of style, basically, to get those kind of interest rates, 15% on your money over 1 year, that's an awful lot of money. Folks, let us know what you think. Give us your comments. I appreciate you watching our channel. Check out our channel, though. We have lots of interesting ideas on investments and ways that you can put your money to work for you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.